Hi everyone, Matthew here at AAWeatherWatch, taking a look at the weather through the course of the coming weekend, obviously the final day of September the 30th and through into the opening day of October. And the weather this weekend will generally become unsettled. The changeable and often autumnal weather will continue as low pressure dominates the weather. Now, a region of cloud has quickly cleared away to the east of the country. This region of cloud here, this is what brought overnight rain. An area of cloud, an area of low pressure with clouds spiralling around it. You can see that quite clearly on satellite imagery. Is now dominating the weather through the rest of Friday to bring a mixture of sunshine and showers, but still with some decent spells of sunshine in between those showers too, something which I will highlight shortly on high resolution satellite imagery. However, I bring your attention to this region of cloud here to the west and southwest of Ireland. It is within this region where areas of low pressure will develop, of which will also contain the remnants of some tropical features, Hurricane Maria and also Hurricane Lee. Now, essentially the weather over the weekend will become increasingly unsettled with spells of rain and showers at times, and also increasingly windy too, but otherwise for the time of year, late September and early October, it isn't anything untoward. With again, at this time of year, we should really begin now to expect the development of some wet and windy weather, which is what will take place this weekend. Just back to the short term and taking a look at latest satellite and radar imagery. There's the region of cloud, more persistent rain now, obviously well to the east across parts of England, Wales and southern Scotland. Across Ireland, scattered showers now filtering into western areas, but otherwise, as you can see, particularly across parts of the north and east, it's been a sparkling start to the day. Plenty of sunshine, albeit a little on the chilly side, and again, plenty of sunshine will continue through the rest of the morning here and into the early afternoon as well. Essentially, the showery weather further west, though, will become a little bit more extensive. The showers moving north and east through the course of the day, so where this sunshine has been in evidence earlier on today, again, showers likely almost anywhere through the rest of Friday, but still most likely across parts of the north and west. So let's move on and take a look at the forecast weather charts now through the course of the weekend, but just quickly looking at the rest of Friday, and again there's the area of low pressure to the northwest of the country where the cloud was spiralling around it on satellite imagery. The showery weather again, particularly across parts of the north and west this afternoon, further south and east, still with some drier and brighter weather despite a few scattered showers passing through. Now through this evening and overnight, most of the showers should die away to lead to mainly dry conditions into the overnight period with clear spells and some variable amounts of cloud, and turning locally quite chilly this evening and overnight too. Now through into Saturday, and we see an area of low pressure approaching from the south and southwest. So at the moment, this is around about 9 o'clock on Saturday morning. You can see much of the country starts the weekend predominantly dry, perhaps with some bright or sunny intervals too, despite variable amounts of cloud. Now through the course of the day, and wet weather associated with this low pressure is forecast to move generally north and east through the afternoon and into the evening. Now there's some uncertainty over how far north this region of rain will get. It's certainly worth emphasising that, because at the moment, essentially the further south you are across the country, then likely it will be a particularly wet afternoon. Roughly, if I just draw a line generally across anywhere roughly south of this region here, it is within this region where wet weather will develop through the afternoon. The further north you are, so particularly across parts of Ulster for example, then it may well remain predominantly dry through much of the day, but again emphasis is on uncertainties at the moment over how far north this wet weather will get. But the further south you are, the wetter it's likely to be. The further north you are, then it may well remain predominantly dry through much of the day. Now into the evening and overnight, that region of wet weather will pull away, and then we see a more pronounced region of wet weather developing into the overnight period and through into Sunday morning. So we start Sunday, the opening day of October, quite typically wet and autumnal again to start the first day of October. Outbreaks of rain spreading north and east across many areas, perhaps locally heavy at times too. Quite strong southwesterly winds, note the close proximity of the black lines, these isobars, again indicating pretty blustery conditions. Now through Sunday, the wet weather, more persistent wet weather, will pull away to the east and northeast, and then essentially following through the afternoon is a mixture of sunshine and showers. Now the latest weather model is somewhat lacking in the frequency of the showers. This does highlight a predominantly dry afternoon, but at the moment in time, scattered showers are forecast across parts of the north and west. But further south and east you are, then indeed there will be some decent drier and brighter intervals as well. But equally, noticeably, it will be cool, and it will also be a windy afternoon and a windy night as well on Sunday night, with a gale force west or northwesterly wind developing through the latter half of Sunday and into Sunday night. So let's take a look at the temperatures now this evening and overnight, and towards the end of Friday, temperatures, as I've indicated, do dip away this evening, 6, 7 or 8 degrees, so quite a chilly evening this evening and overnight into Saturday. Now maximum temperatures on Saturday probably no higher than 13 or 14 degrees, pleasant enough in some sunshine, but otherwise this is generally a little bit on the cool side of average for late September. Now through into the evening and overnight, temperatures probably not falling too low on Saturday night, primarily due to the fact that it will be quite unsettled. Now into Sunday, and there will be a brief rise in temperatures as things stand at the moment. Temperatures perhaps 16, 15, 16, maybe even locally 17 during the course of Sunday morning, but as the day progresses, temperatures drop away from the west as the overnight rain clears, and it will turn cooler and fresher for all, and in the developing west or northwesterly wind, by the time we get to the end of the day and into the overnight period, temperatures just 9, 10 or 11 degrees Celsius. So let's summarise it in our weekend weather summary. Obviously, September comes to the end and moving into the opening start of October. And Saturday, not a bad day, mainly dry, but rain will develop from the southwest, spreading north and east during the day. But again, it's worth emphasising it may not reach some central and particularly northern areas, where it may well remain predominantly dry through much of the day. Temperatures on Saturday near to average, perhaps a little bit on the cool side. Into Sunday, wet and windy start to the day. Expected heavy rain certainly possible too. However, the wet and windy weather will clear away, but then blustery showers following from the north and west, and then windy weather will return later on in the day and particularly overnight into Sunday, with a risk of some fresh or strong, perhaps even gale force west or northwesterly winds developing too. So that's all the details for the forthcoming weekend. Thanks very much for tuning in, and as ever, I'll be back with you early next week taking a look at the weather for the week ahead.